Today I want to talk to you about mindset and how your mindset impacts your Amazon FBA business. And it could be a positive impact and sometimes it can be a negative impact. And the stuff I'm talking about comes from the book Mindset by Carol Dweck. If you're not a part of the book club yet, be sure you join today. It's a free book club, fulltimefba.com/book club. And the book we're going through right now is called Mindset. And it's all about how we can learn to fulfill our potential. It's about the psychology of success, and some people might be thinking, oh, you're going to start getting crazy, talking crazy mind games and stuff. This is the real deal. This is something that I've read, and it's not like some hocus pocus. It's not magic. It's not, just weird stuff. It's stuff that's been scientifically proven, tested, and has played itself out in the lives of countless people. And it's all about your mindset. And most people have one of two mindsets. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. But the first one is a fixed mindset. The other one is the growth mindset. And I just want to read a little bit about mindset and kind of how it helps to kind of define where you're headed in your future, what you're going to decide to do, what you're going to spend your time on, and how you're going to find success. I mean, how could two different people read the same book about how to sell on Amazon, and one person it clicks and they find success, and the other person it doesn't click and they run into roadblocks and end up giving up? So how could the two different people get the same information? Some people find success and some people fail. A mindset has a lot to do with this. So let me read a little bit of this for you. It's one thing to have pundits spouting their opinions about scientific issues. It's another thing to understand how all these views apply to you. For 20 years, my research has shown that the view you adopt for yourself profoundly affects the way you lead your life. It can determine whether you become the person that you want to be and whether you accomplish the things that you value. How does this happen? How can a simple belief have the power to transform your psychology and, as a result, your life? Believing that your qualities are carved in stone is a fixed mindset. It creates an urgency to prove yourself over and over again, and if you only have a certain amount of intelligence or a certain personality or a certain moral character, well, then you better prove that you have a healthy dose of it over and over and over again. It simply just wouldn't do to look or feel deficient in most of those basic characteristics. It's like you have to keep proving yourself over and over again, and you feel like you feel like you're stuck with who you are, and it's frustrating. Author Carol Dweck goes on to say, I've seen so many people with this one consuming goal of proving themselves in the classroom, in the career, in their relationships. Every situation calls for a confirmation of their intelligence, personality, or character. Every situation is evaluated. Will I succeed or fail? Will I look smart or dumb? Will I be accepted or rejected? Will I feel like a winner or a loser? But our society, so doesn't our society value intelligence, personality, character? Yes. And is it normal to want these traits? Yes. But there's another mindset where traits are not simply a hand that you're dealt and something that you have to live with, and something you have to try to convince yourself and others that you're good at it. There's something else. It's called the growth mindset. The growth mindset is based on the belief that your basic qualities are things that you can cultivate through your own efforts. Although people may differ in every which way in their initial talents and aptitudes and interests or temperaments, everyone can change and grow through application and exercise. Do people with a growth mindset believe that anyone can be anything, that with the proper motivation, everyone can become like Einstein or Beethoven? No, they're realistic. They believe that a person's true potential is unknown and unknowable, and that it's impossible to foresee what can actually be accomplished with years of passion, toil, and training. And so when we think about our lives in our Amazon FBA business, there's two ways of thinking. There is a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. I'll go through a couple different examples of things that Amazon resellers think about or situations that we go through, and what a fixed mindset might think and what a growth mindset might think. So when you're outsourcing, you go to a store and you only find one item worth reselling from that store. And so you're checking out, you're waiting in line, and you're like, I spent half an hour in here and I only got one thing. The person with a fixed mindset might think like, see, I'm just a failure. I'm never going to make any money in this business. I just wasted half an hour of my time. I'm not going to make this. This looked so easy online, but this is really hard and I'm just not going to make it. Maybe I should, just go home today and take a nap. That's someone with a fixed mindset who thinks they're stuck in the situation that they just experienced. Someone with a growth mindset would go to a store, only find one item, and while they're checking out, they're like, okay, so I just went to this one store, I just went to Target, and I've only found one item. Well, there's 15 other Targets in my area. I can go to all those and get that same item. Plus, I've already scanned a whole bunch of items that I know I don't need to scan anymore. So if I see those items in other stores, I don't have to scan those. That's going to be a really big time saver. And I really learned a lot from this one stop. Now I have an opportunity to keep going and find even more of that one item with other stores, and maybe I'll even find some more while I'm out. So you see the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Let's think of another example. Think about if there's a new Amazon policy change or a new requirement that comes out that causes us to have to change how we process our inventory, how we source our inventory, change how we deal with prepping our inventory. There's a new change that comes out. The person with the fixed mindset would think, oh, there's another requirement. This is just going to take a lot longer. And, I'm already spending a lot of time on this business, and now I have to do even more things. It's going to be really frustrating, and I don't even know how to do it. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do it right. I mean, it's just going to really be annoying, and I don't even know if I even want to do this. So that's the fixed mindset, but someone with the growth mindset is going to think, okay, well, some other people might decide to give up on Amazon because of these new requirements. That's less competition for me. I want to learn this new thing. Amazon's probably has a pretty decent reason for why they're making these changes, and so it's going to make it for a better customer experience. And the more happy the customers are, the more they're going to buy. So in the end, this is going to be good, and it's probably going to be good for me too as a seller. So I'm just going to go with the changes. I'm going to figure out how to best adapt my business and go with it and learn. So again, fixed mindset, you're just stuck with where you are and you're never going to get better. Or a growth mindset, thinking, how can I change? How can I adapt? There's so many different ways that we can talk about that. Those are just a couple different examples. But think about how you're reacting when things happen that are out of your control. You can stay in a fixed mindset and just be like, you know what, this is a downer, and maybe I should quit. Maybe I shouldn't even continue sourcing. Maybe I should, figure out. Someone else was talking about this other really cool idea of how to make money over there. I'm gonna go do that instead. Or have a growth mindset where I'm gonna learn as much as I can. I'm gonna apply what I've learned. I'm gonna seek out others who are learning. Maybe join a Facebook group. We have a really great Facebook group, fulltimefba.com/Facebook. where a lot of people ask questions and get help and encouragement. People with growth mindset, they want to be involved to help others and to get help from other people. So think about how you respond when things happen and what you mostly do. Now, in this book, Mindset, it talks about a lot, every main area of your life. Some of the main section titles talks about like the truth about ability and accomplishment. There's people who have the exact same abilities, but they accomplish different things, and mindset is a huge factor in that. There's a whole section about business mindset, which can really help our Amazon FBA business. There's a section on changing mindsets. This is a huge section toward the end about changing mindsets, where if you're like, well, I got a fixed mindset, there's nothing I can do, I'm just stuck in my fixed mindset. That's kind of funny that if you have a fixed mindset and you think you can't change, it's just verifying that you have a fixed mindset. But there's a whole section in this book that helps you understand how you can change your mindset, train your mindset, work it out, and develop more of a growth mindset over time. There's other parts in this book that talks about, sports and parenting and relationships that are also good, but a ton of great information in this book to help you with your mindset so you can find success faster with your Amazon FBA business. I highly recommend it. You can go to fulltimefba.com/mindset to find it online, and you can purchase that. It's like under $10. It's really good. In fact, when I first looked this book up, This book was written about 10 years ago, but it's still so popular, it was ranked number 40 in all of the books on Amazon. Out of over 58 plus million books, this was number 40. And it's a book that's like 10 years old. So you can tell a lot of people are getting a lot of wisdom from this book, and it can impact your life, your business, and you will thank me for it if you read it. So read it, put it into action. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. You know, if you scroll down below, you can like this video, leave a comment, a question, find links from this video. I encourage you to do that. And I also encourage you to go to fulltimefba.com if you're wanting to learn how to turn part-time hours into a full-time income with Amazon FBA. I will see you fulltimefba.com. Thanks.